To live in the future is your inability to live in the present. And people that live in the future are often unhappy. Why? Because they want to be something that they're not. Look at the past, look at who you've become, the progress that you've made. And if you haven't made a lot of progress, just be happy at the fact that you're fucking alive.
Fear is never reaching your potential.
That's it.
That always falling short, always quitting before you're done, always procrastinating, always not doing the right thing. And then one day you're an old man.
Yep.
And you look back, oh God, I could have been great.
Yep.
It could have been great.
54 years old right now. Like that. I mean, it just fucking flew by. And you think when you're young that you have all this time. You have no time. There's no time. There is no tomorrow. Fuck that shit. Let's get all this shit done today.
One of my best friends lost his dad a couple years ago. And I had the most heartbreaking conversation with him the other day. He was telling me that because it's been a couple years, people act like he should be okay by now and moved on by now. And my heart sunk. And I said to him, you lost your dad. You lost him. You're gonna live the rest of your life without him. Of course you're not over it. Of course you miss him. And anyone who makes you feel like that's not normal or that's not allowed has never lost someone. There is no set timeline for when you're gonna feel better. But it makes me so angry that people make others feel like it's not a big deal when someone leaves the earth. Literally is never coming back. There is genuinely no one I have more respect for than people who have lost someone close to them and still wake up every day and stay here.
Going to lose sleep. You'll doubt whether it'll work. You'll stress to make ends meet. You won't finish your to-do list. You'll wonder whether you made the right call and have no way to know for years. This is what hard feels like, and that's okay. Everything worth doing is hard, and the more worth doing it is, the harder it is. The greater the payoff, the greater the hardship.
The biggest advice I could give you right now, the biggest advice that anybody could give you, and this is not my words, Woody Allen told me this. I said, Woody, what's the secret to success? He said, 85 to 90% of life is just showing up. Show up. If you show up, there's a chance something could happen.
What's the one piece of advice you have for someone going through a hard time?
Go right through it. Like, right through it. Feel it. Be in it. Don't avoid it. Go completely in it. Feel everything. And then go right through it and get out the other end.
Go to work, you spend $15 on a sandwich. What are you, an idiot? It costs you 99 cents to make a sandwich at home and bring it with you. So what if you bring it with you? Bring your own water if you have to, or your own drink, or bring your own coffee mug. You start to add that up every day, it's a ton of money. Most people, particularly working in metropolitan cities, are just starting out on their job, making their first $60,000, piss away about $15,000 a year on stupid stuff. And that's what they should stop doing.
Don't listen to anyone. Everybody's full of shit. Nobody knows you or what you're capable of doing. And here's the reality. The hardest thing in life is figuring out who you are and what you want to do for the rest of your life. It's a big decision. And once you figure that out, you wake up every day and you work toward it. That's what you do. It's impossible for you to fail if you know who you are, what you want to do, and you wake up every day and work toward it.
Heroes and villains always have the same backstory, pain. The difference is what they choose to do about it. Villain says, the world hurt me, I'll hurt it back. The hero says, the world hurt me, I'm not going to let it hurt anybody else. Heroes use pain, villains are used by it.
If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. If you're going to try, go all the way. This could mean losing girlfriends, wives, relatives, jobs, and maybe your mind. Go all the way. It could mean not eating for 3 or 4 days. It could mean freezing on a park bench. It could mean jail. It can mean derision, mockery, isolation. Isolation is the gift. All the others are a test of your endurance, or how much you really want to do it. And you'll do it, despite rejection and the worst odds, and you'll be better. better than anything you could imagine.
I fell in love with an essay from Jason Pargin where he said, accept that all of your heroes are full of shit. Your heroes aren't gods. They're just regular people who got good at one thing by sacrificing literally everything else.
Who cares? You tired or not? Nobody cares about you. He was tired, he had personal problem, family. Nobody cares. Stay there. If you come here, don't complain. You want to become best. You want to become champion. And now you want to say like you're tired. Without you or with you, there is always going to be champions. It is your choice. Yeah. You want to put your name there? Okay, work hard. No? Bye-bye. Yeah.
Stop thinking too much. Don't go into the past. Don't go into the future. Be in the present. Why? Because only then it's possible that the mind is free, the capacity is free, and now you're completely immersed into whatever you are doing.
You don't have to be right one time. You don't have to figure it all out in advance. You can be wrong. You can pick the wrong career. You can pick the wrong job. You can pick the wrong spouse. You can pick the wrong whatever. But you get it right one time, you're set. But if you don't try, and if you don't go out there and try all those different things, you'll never get that one time.
Quote that I live by, early to bed, early to rise, makes a man young, wealthy, and wise. Benjamin Franklin.
What is your favorite quote?
My favorite quote is from David Foster Wallace. He said, "You'll stop worrying so much what other people think of you when you realize how seldom they do."
There's a great Chinese expression, a great old proverb. The best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is now.
Almost have to be insane a little bit to have such blind faith in something that you can't see.
The more I listen to this, the better my life gets. If they don't have what you want, don't listen to what they say. There's no greater waste of time than justifying your actions to people who have a life you don't want.
If she is the most beautiful girl in the world, but she is available and accessible to lots of men, and she's disloyal to you, she loses her value because she makes you look like an idiot and she makes herself look accessible. So without that loyalty factor, and loyalty doesn't just mean she's not sleeping with other men, loyalty also means she's not exposing herself to other men. Because before, you'd have to work to see a girl naked, really, really have to work for it. If she's allowing access to the rest of the society to see that, I do think it takes away her mystery. So 1% woman would have to make her man look like somebody that other men are jealous of. Now, if other men can still see your girlfriend naked, then less jealous of you.
I'll never forget somebody said, there is humility and there's being too humble. And I said, what does that mean? They said, sometimes you can be so humble where you disappear in the room. You disappear in the deals. You disappear in negotiating what you really deserve. Don't be so grateful and so humble that this opportunity presents itself that you don't do whatever you got to do to make sure that business-wise, you don't take care of business.
One of my favorite quotes till this day, God will put you back together in front of those who broke you.
You can't control everything, you know? Sometimes you just need to relax. Have faith and hope things work out. Let go a little and just let life happen.
I'm leaving home for the coastline.
Darkest day. Yeah, I mean, I had many, but I'd always pull myself out of it. Like, if I have one thing, I'm resilient. Like, I don't really give myself a lot of, that's not true. I do positive affirmations for myself.